Good evening. A local nonprofit organization now planning on opening a new homeless shelter for women and children on the peninsula. Thanks for joining us here on the CW at 10. I'm Veronica Macias. This new homeless shelter will be located at 600 East Franklin Street in Monterey, which is currently a dance studio. KION Stephanie ACEVES was in Monterey tonight with how neighbors there surrounding that building are feeling about this new shelter opening at the end of the year. Stephanie?
Normally, news of a new homeless shelter opening up would be met with some harsh criticism and people worried about an increase in crime. However, I spoke with various residents and families, and they say they welcome the change, saying that more resources are needed for the homeless. Community Human Services announced on Monday that they acquired a new property to house homeless women and children who are struggling. The homeless shelter will offer 30 to 35 beds. The property has a long history, originally built in the 1930s, but the property is now home to a dance studio. I spoke with two students from the Middlebury Institute, and they say they're glad that the homelessness issue in Monterey is being addressed.
I mean, I think it's fantastic because we're really lacking in a lot of services for people threatened by homelessness in the area, and so the fact that we're getting more options for people in that situation is really good.
For a local artist who uses the spaces behind the dance studio, he believes that this is a great resource for women and families.
There's a lot of homeless women here in the community, so I think that this place could be a great resource in not only providing shelter but also other resources for those women to grow and different ways for them to develop in their lives. Yeah.
Casa de Nochebuena is a homeless shelter for women and families that opened recently in Seaside. Robin McCrae, the CEO of Community Human Services, says there is a great need for shelter for women and families in Monterey County.
Right now, there's over 1,000 families and women who need shelter. So the need is great. There's no denying the need. And, the shelter in Seaside can serve up to 35 people. This shelter will be able to serve up to 35 people. So we're just beginning to serve the very tip of the need.
For CYNTHIA CHEN, this is a reminder to people that homelessness is an issue for the city.
It's a tourism city, so people might not even notice that there are actually homeless people, but they do exist.
The CEO believes that by the summer of 2023, the shelter will be in operation. In Monterey, Stephanie ACEVES, KION News Channel 546.